Good afternoon, everybody. I do hope everyone is doing well today, even though you really can't say that in today's world now, can you? I know there are people going around in their daily lives and don't know what's going on in the world, don't care, not listening, not paying attention. I know you get up in the morning, you do your routine. In the evening, you do your routine, and you go to bed and you wake up, do the same thing. But in between that time, are you really paying attention to what's going on? An example in Washington, D.C., over the weekend, I read that there was over 150 men round up and taken to the White House before taken to jail. They were photographed and it was uploaded to Trump's media posting. All of these black men, pictures, are around the world now. I guess it makes them feel better to know that the world sees black people and immigrants as disgusting human beings that should be swept off the streets of America. If he did this to one state, you know he's planning on doing this to all states. He also tried to make a law that Washington, D.C. should bring back the death penalty for anybody who is charged with murder. No more life in prison. No more justice. Just death. Who do you think he's targeting for murdering people who murdered? We all know in a courtroom, it's up to a jury to decide whether you're guilty or not. It's up to the district attorney to present evidence and a prosecutor to present their evidence. I've seen prosecutors hide evidence. I've seen the defense attorney let it slide. For whatever reason, I don't know. Could be personal, could be friendship, could be any amount of reason, could be payment. I don't know. What I am most disconcerted about is knowing that there are so many of my people who refuse to watch the news, who refuse to know what's going on, who send their children, their sons, grandsons, out into the world and not know what's going on with them. The day that they get a phone call saying your child has been picked up by ICE, they may never hear about their child again. Not to mention about them still seeking where to ship people at, what country to go to. They're shutting down the alligator place because it's infected, it's diseased, it's not fit for human beings, but yet they filled it up anyway. They knew that place was wrong. They didn't care. What they cared about is cleaning up the streets of innocent human beings. The last time they separated mothers and babies, but they didn't write down where the babies went. The mothers can't find their babies because they didn't write down where the babies went. This time, they actually went to foster homes where some of these migrant children were living and took them from the foster homes. I don't know if they wrote down where these children went, if they were supported already, if they are sent to a detention center. I don't know what happens to these children, and they're not talking about it. And no news reporters is asking, where are these children at? Actually, it was just a one-day headline, and then it disappeared. There are many things that the journalists in America is allowed to say. many things your news reporting is allowed to say. And this is how the news networks work. You think that they're reporting things you need to know. What they're reporting is things they know that would sell, that you want to see. So many stories are buried, hidden, never seen a day of light. That is great information, but doesn't sell. If it doesn't sell, you won't hear it unless there's some independent journalist decides to dig it up and write about it. Most of the time, it's 10 years later. You know, after people stop caring about things. This new land that we live in is not our land that we live in. You think you go to work every day and you're living your life the way you did before November. But actually, you're fooling yourself because every day you walk out that door, you are at risk of being picked up, no matter who you are. Woman, man, child, it doesn't matter. It could be your sister, your mother, your brother. It could be you driving who had a DUI years ago, but is used against you now. You don't know. If you've ever been arrested before and you get stopped, you can be deported. Don't know if you know that or not. Those are the new laws today. Anything that is on record that you have done ever could be used against you, no matter how long ago it's been. Most of you don't know this because you don't read the news, hear the news, see the news, understand what they're saying. So any of you out there who had a DUI, suspended license, it doesn't matter. If they want to pick you up and deport you, they will. They don't need a justification anymore. They don't need a reason. Their reason is to clean up the streets of every brown and black human being in America. That's their reason. That's their plan. So in case of you out there who still don't want to read the news, see the news, understand the news, understand this. You live in a different world now. It's not safe for you. If you are brown or black and make less than 6 figures a year, you are at risk of being America's burden, because that's what they think of us, a burden. Sure, they took out the Medicaid, throw the old people on the street because nursing homes are no longer accepting people who can't pay, and Medicaid was paying them. Where are those old people going? What if they have no family? They want to clean up the streets of Washington and tell the homeless people they have to get going in a matter of hours. Homeless people are homeless because rent was too high, mortgage was too high, interest rate was too high. The cost of living for them became unbearable. And the streets is where they had to go. Then they told them, if you don't leave, you will be arrested. So now the only places that you can go if you refuse to leave is jail. Did you know that there is enough housing in America, empty housing in America, to house every single homeless person on the street? Did you know there's enough food in America to feed every homeless and hungry person? But it's not designed to do that. Because, after all, it's America. It's a climb your wall, no matter how you have to do it. And many people are finding out that wall is too big for them to climb. That mountain, they can't see anymore. They started out good, did everything they were supposed to, but it just got too much for them. When you see the homeless people in the street, and many of you think to yourselves, it's your fault you're homeless, and you walk by, Sometimes you give a couple of dollars, sometimes not. But you don't stop to ask them how they became homeless. Sometimes the homeless people are the most humbled people you may find, because they know what it's like to be starving, cold, hot, wet, and discarded by family, friends, the country. And dignity is the only thing they have left, and that's slipping away. Did you know just a shower could make a homeless people feel human again? You take it for granted because you do it every day. They don't. One little shower could make a homeless people feel dignity again. You never thought about that, did you? You take a shower, you think I'm clean, I'm good to go. Makeup, hair, out in the world. You don't think about the people that can't do these things. Haven't done them in years. Some homeless people have been out there for over 20 years. Life is not easy for everybody. It may be for you. And maybe that's why you don't care. Because it's been easy for you. But one day in America, it may not be that easy. You're living in a country that will make it very difficult for you in the next 9 months. You don't believe me? Just watch. Whatever's going on in your life today that you feel comfortable in may not be so comfortable in the next 9 months. Pay attention. Read the news. Take an hour of your day and listen. Just pay attention. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Don't be careless. You never know what this might mean to you, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, or just a friend. People are actually looking at their neighbors being yanked out of their homes. Yes, yanked out of their homes. A guy was arrested for burning the American flag. He was a veteran. He no longer believes America is protecting the veterans. So they arrested him. I don't know what the laws were about burning an American flag before, but today it's against the law. And pretty soon it's going to be against the law to speak out against the American government. The media is being censored. A lot of networks are not reporting what they can because they're scared. No one has lawyers to fight the government lawyers. The amount of money that is backing the government lawyers is extraordinary. They even have lawyers now to protect the White House more than ever before, which means if the White House want you, you're good to go. Justice Department, well, there isn't any justice for the American people anymore. There are many of you who make 6 figures who are listening to me and laughing at this speech because it's not affecting you and you don't really care. You can go through life and not even care. Trust me, I don't hate you. I don't despise you. I understand you. Whether or not you're laughing at my speech today, my little rambling, my rant today, doesn't affect me. If it makes you feel good to laugh at me, do so. If you don't believe anything I say, it's your right not to. But for the ones that do care out there, and I do believe there's many, I still believe in humanity. I still believe there's good people in the world. And those are the ones that are listening, that care. So I'm not going to make this a long speech. And as some people say, you already went too long already. I'm going to clear it up. Watch the news. Pay attention. Be careful. Do not assume you're safe because you was yesterday. Do not assume it will not affect you because it hasn't yet. Do not assume you can drive with a DUI that you got 10 years ago and it's still not going to affect you. It will. Do not assume because you were arrested for any amount of charges 10 years ago that you're good to go because you're free. No, you're not today. If they pick you up, if they stop you, and you have anything on your record, they can deport you, detain you. They're building new prisons now. It's not because we need new prisons, even though new prisons were needed. But these new prisons that they're building is not just for regular people that commit murder, robbery, raping, graping, assaulting. These prisoners are meant for us. They are trying to encourage Black and brown people to come out and fight in the streets, to make it much more easier to round us up 50 at a time. Sometimes 100 if we're out there protesting. They took away everything in the museums. They took our names out of the government website. If you're Black, you're out. If you were a war hero in the 60s of Vietnam or any war ever since then, you're no longer recognized on a website. It's out. You're out. They are trying to round up every Black and brown person in America to clean up America. They only want one race of people in America. You should know what that race is, because if you're me, like anybody with color, you know it's not you. Don't be fooled. It's not you. You're not welcomed here. You think you are because it hasn't touched you, but you aren't. Wake up. I'm not trying to give a lecture. I'm just trying to make people aware of what's going on as much as I can. You either listen to my message or you don't. You either turn me off or you don't. Either way, I'm sending this message out to anybody who's willing to pay attention, who is willing to wake up, who is willing to understand, who is willing to fight for their life. Because that's what we're doing today. We're fighting for our life. Our father's lives, mother lives, children, grandchildren, sisters and brothers. This is all we have to hold on to. So I've been listening to a few MAGA people saying that slavery wasn't that bad. And the news media and the museums just made it sound so much worse. And the movie industry just over-exaggerated what people went through in slavery. Yes, the MAGA people believe this. And they also believe we should stop talking about it because, after all, it wasn't us today. So why should we care? I heard a woman tell me before, why are you concerned about slave ships? You weren't on one. Yes, she was a MAGA woman. She didn't understand anything about the Black people, brown people, indigenous people. This message also includes Indian people, indigenous people. Not just Black, white, Hispanics, Latinos, Mexicans. This message is for anybody of color. Anybody of color is in danger in this new world that we live in. This Project 2025 will be fulfilled by the end of this year. Many haven't read it, don't want to read it, don't know what's in it, don't care. But it affects you, Project 2025. You're in that 2025 project. You want to go through life and not reading anything, and all of a sudden your world has been changed overnight because you're driving without a license or a DUI, and your last phone call to your family is, they picked me up. It's not like it used to be where you get arrested and you say, they picked me up, I need bail money. There's no bail money. There's no visitations, no care package. That was before. Today is different. You're not going to know where your loved ones is sent to until months later, weeks later. Won't be hours. It'll be longer than that. I spent 21 minutes talking to you guys. I hope you paid attention. I hope you understand what I was trying to say. I do hope you understand what I was trying to say. I'm going to wrap this up now. I'm just going to ask everyone out there, pay attention, be careful, understand, read, watch, comprehend. That's all I got to say today, everybody. I may come back tonight if I need to rage again. I think I got everything I wanted to say out today, I believe. So be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Remember, we're all in this together. There is no more, I hate her. I hate him. I hate my neighbor. I hate my brothers, my sister. It's no longer about being petty any longer. It's about grabbing your neighbor, your sister, your brother, teaching them, educating them, making sure that they are safe to walk the street. No matter how much you might not like your family member, you're not going to like what happens to them if they're not careful. No matter how much arguments you've done with your neighbor, you're not going to feel safe when you see them gone, knowing you were that close to it being you. That makes you feel unsafe. Okay, everybody. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Be good to the world. And when I say the world, I don't mean just United States that you live in, that you call your world. I meant the whole world. This world is in a battle mode. Always have been, always will be. But you need to pay attention what happened in the world, because each country has its day of good, bad, indifference. And there are so many babies that are dying in other countries. Why? Because the food that American people paid for out of their tax money to be sent in other countries to feed the children was cut illegally, just wiped away. Of course, they're trying to reinstate it, of course. But you know how many children died of starvation since then? You know how many children didn't get medicine because the government cut that too? Yeah, we paid for that already. That was already paid for. It's like paying for a bill, but the bill collector tell you he didn't receive it. But you got records saying that you did, and they still saying you didn't. Trust me, people. You're in a different world now. You're in a different America now. That Pledge of Allegiance that you did in school, if you're my age, doesn't mean anything any longer. the Constitution doesn't mean anything any longer. But just in case, if you're a little bit curious, and you don't remember the words to a Pledge of Allegiance, look it up. Remember it. Say it. Understand it. It means you pledge allegiance to the country you were born and you live in, not to a government. So, everybody, enjoy your day, evening, night, morning, noon, whatever time you're listening. Remember, to be safe. Bye now.